All right. I'm happy about this. I'm going to the NBA bubble, Orlando. Mathew Shelton, I see you. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well, Brian. I'm probably doing better than the last time you saw me too. Yeah, things are going well down here, man. It's been a fun, enjoyable time. It's coming close to an end, I think. But man, 3 months in Orlando. I never thought I would ever move to Florida. I basically moved to Florida for 3 months, so it's been crazy, man.
You might have to file taxes from Florida.
It's funny. You go on Instagram or whatever. It's like register to vote in Florida. You get this in Florida. They think we lived here. Like they think all of us that are down here are getting those messages on Instagram. It's hilarious.
No, it's incredible. And for people that don't know, you're Martinez. I met you with the A's, but you worked for the Lakers, and now you've been working for the NBA for the last couple series, but it's the Lakers. I mean, how excited are you to see the Lakers out there?
It really couldn't have gone any better for me personally, right? I mean, I came down here to help the league put on as many games as we could. We didn't know really what we were getting into. Look, I'd worked some doubleheaders with the A's, but I've never worked doubleheaders. I don't know, 22 days in a row, NBA doubleheaders that we did down here. But it was cool. We got to work for a bunch of different teams, and now I'm working just for one, and it happens to be the one that I work for full time. And it's I never thought my first like championship experience, finals experience, whatever you want to call it, would be in a bubble 3,000 miles away from where I live. But it's been one hell of a run. It's pretty exciting, man. It's cool.
Yeah. So being a Lakers employee, we don't want to get ahead of ourselves. There's two more games, and that's actually something I should say. If I didn't know you, I would be bitter because I don't like the Lakers, but I like it's funny, so I watch it and I've come resolved. Maybe if Bam Adebayo comes back, maybe he can win one game. But yeah, what about? Will you get a ring as a Laker employee?
I have only heard an affirmative in that. So it seems like there's a lot of employees that I work with that have been there 20 years and already have five. So, I'm hoping to get one. I've been in sports 14 years. I've never even, before this season, I had never won a conference championship game. My
Right.
first year with the Diamondbacks, we made the NLCS and we promptly got swept. Gone. Uh, and we were the number one seed in the National League. I'm like, we'll be back here every year. I'd never even been back until this year. Been to a conference championship game. So when we won one of those, I was happy. Winning an NBA title or winning a championship with the team I work for would be it's been the dream. That's why I started in this business. It's super cool. I hope to get a ring. It would be pretty awesome. I think it'd probably be the crowning achievement from, the reason I got into sports. This is why, right? The reason I came was to do moments like this, right? We wear these finals hats and we get to celebrate. Hopefully this next one says champions on it. And we just get to have some fun down here, Brian. I appreciate, though, you saying that you can root or at least not hate the Lakers because I'm there.
No, I don't
Uh,
hate any. I don't hate anybody. But as I said, it goes against everything in my blood. But you're kind of
yeah.
in my blood, so I'm with you. And then if you get that ring, can you bring it to
Yeah.
Martinez?
Yeah, for sure, man. I'll have to show that thing off, I think, right? I mean, I don't know how many people in Martinez have a championship ring currently. I'm not sure. I'll have to bring it up. There might be some people that won one with the Warriors. Maybe someone that worked for the Giants that won one, but I don't know how many born and bred Martinez people have championship rings. We'll have to do some research on that.
Right,
That'd be pretty
right.
cool.
It might be just you and Joe DiMaggio.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how Joe's doing these days, though. We'll see.
No,
It might
no,
just
I
be
don't know.
me.
No, exactly. But no, the other thing, I mean, people think Martinez, you would get a ring before the Van Gundys.
Yeah, how crazy is that? It's I met Jeff right before the league shut down, and I actually talked to him about Martinez. Like he was super cool, and he was like, we talked about all the different people that we knew together. I mean, he's probably 20 years older than I am, but we had all these connections in Martinez, right? The coaches that I had at Alhambra were like his friends when he went to school with Martinez. I haven't met Stan yet, but Jeff's a cool guy. They always talk about Martinez on the air when they're broadcasting. Just cool. I saw him. They're in the there's two different zones. So I'm in the green zone and they're in the yellow zone, so we can't come face to face. But I did see him from below on the platform. I was like, "Hey, man, Martinez," and
Yeah.
he was pretty excited. So
No,
it's
no. For
cool.
me, I love a blowout because he'll start talking about John Sweat Elementary or
Yep.
Vine Hill. It's incredible. But for you, as I said, just being part of the Lakers, maybe that's it. Who on the team do you know the best?
Which players?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. Like we had a ritual at Staples before each game. Like Rondo would come by the table and he'd pull off the sheet, he'd stamp his feet on it, he'd give me the ball up, and then we'd do a little fist bump, and then he'd run off, grab the ball, and do his thing. So that was always really cool, right? We can't do that here. We have the plexiglass in between us, so like that's separated. I see Danny Green every day. Every day I see Danny Green, and I talked to him last night real quick after the game. He's an amazing guy. We have a group of guys that are just really, really awesome. I'm probably closest to. I talked to another Bay Area guy last night before the game, Jason Kidd. I talked to him before the game last night about the A's. We were talking because the A's won. What was it? 2 days ago now. And I was talking to my buddies with the A's, but I talked to Jason about how the A's won just the day before. And it's really cool things like that you'd never really experience outside of here, right? I don't bug those guys when we're at Staples Center. I try to leave them alone, do their thing. But down here, it's inevitable. There's really only so many people to talk to. Like, it's a really small world. Like, they're sitting on the bench. I'm sitting just on the other side of the glass. Like, on my way in, we just kind of talk about stuff. And it's pretty cool. I try to let the players do their thing. I would say I'm probably Danny the best, though, I would guess. I tend to leave LeBron and AD and those guys alone. They do their own thing. But I don't think they need me meddling in all their little stuff. As long as they win, I'm good with that. Well, hopefully we have a party at the Three Bridges they keep talking about 5 days from now.
Right. No, that's the thing you see on TV. Have you been across that bridge?
Yeah, we were actually there for we go there a lot. There's only two places to go. If you want to go to a restaurant, there's two. So there's really not that many choices. We were out there. I didn't go out last night after the game. We went out after the game on Wednesday. We went to Three Bridges. But we definitely went for the conference finals celebration. It was really cool. We got to sit. We were in the party. They were, buying drinks for everybody and stuff, just hanging out and getting to celebrate as an organization. Everything that we've been through this year with Kobe's passing away, starting the season in China right at the same time as all the craziness with the NBA in China. We've been through a lot this season, and then COVID. So to come together and get to celebrate these little things is really cool.
Right. And how has the bubble changed? Because when you got there were 22 teams. Now it's just you and the Heat. I mean, is it like a ghost town?
Yeah, I mean, there's probably about. I mean, you got to remember also TNT was broadcasting games before. All those people are gone because it's only ESPN, ABC now. It's basically the workers who work in the games, the scorers table, the NBA referees, and the players, and then some NBA personnel. That's it. That's all that's here that's left, right? So we're all kind of intermingling. Everybody's hanging out. It's turned into, I would say, like the last few weeks of your senior year of high school, where you just kind of all come back together and you share the memories you've had of people you've gone to school with since you were 5, 6 years old. It feels like that here. I know it's been 3 months, but it really does feel like that. Like all the experiences we've gone through together. It's very interesting.
Do you have a yearbook to sign?
I know that's what it feels like, right? That's basically there's more than one person going around shooting, getting interviews of everybody, trying to do documentaries, all sorts of crazy stuff. So,
right.
I kind of wish I would have taken more pictures, more video and stuff, but the memories I'll have of this are going to be incredible. There's stories we can share when we get home, just seeing I remember one day I was just sitting out eating lunch. It's like LeBron rides by on a bike, just a big smile on his face, right? Just no one's bothering him, just riding by on a bike. And then Nick Nurse, the coach of Toronto, rides by on his bike. No one's bothering anybody. I go for walks around the lake. I see Brad Stevens, the coach of the Celtics, all the time. We would say hi. It's a very nice guy. See Spoelstra. You see players all the time. It's just weird to if you go to the bar after the game or the restaurant, if you're talking about the game, the players you're talking about are there. They're literally at the bar with you. So it's you kind of almost have to bite your tongue. You don't think about these things. If you go to a game, say you go to a Warriors game in San Francisco, And you go out after the game and you're talking about it. You don't expect Steph Curry to walk in, right? He's not going to come walking in. That's what's happening here. Just to put that in perspective of what's actually happening down here.
No, it is interesting. Oh, also, you mentioned the videos. You're the man behind the glass. Tell people some of the videos that you've got.
So it's really cool to get a chance to work down here because it's unique. If you watch a basketball game, normally you don't have these gigantic screens that spread across the whole audience board, the whole sideline, baselines. So we were able to come up with some really, really cool ways to fill that space, whether it's like celebrities sent in their reactions to big dunks, videos that we get to actually get input from the players or input on song choices. Everything that's happening in the arena is coming, if it's a Laker game, it's coming from a group of 4 people that are doing all this, right? 2 guys back in Los Angeles, and then 2 guys here. So I am creating the script and making sure everything plays back. We have another guy that's actually playing them back here. His name is Chris, who I've worked with since 2006 with the Diamondbacks. We worked there, and then we took 12 years off from each other, and I hired him last year. And then 2 guys back home. Andrew, his last name is Martinez, ironically, and then Matt Evans. And they're doing all of the graphic work and editing back home. So really, it's a team of 4 people that are executing all this stuff. And so if you're watching games, you're seeing reactions on the boards, you're seeing defense chants, all those things are coming out of what we did, right? So it's really cool. And not only did we get to do it ourselves, I got to work with all the other teams to make sure that all their videos played and worked and everything that happened when we were doing their games. Because I didn't just do Lakers games down here. I've done games, I counted up for 14 different organizations. Very unique, never going to, hopefully, ever happen again. But I was talking to our PA announcer, and he's the announcer for the Nets, and he did 15 different teams down here. 15. Like that, if you actually think about that, the only way you could ever come close to announcing for 15 different players would be an All-Star game. I don't even think you'd get 15 organizations at an All-Star game.
Right. No, you've seen all that. I mean, you were there for Nuggets Jazz, Donovan Mitchell and Jamal Murray. I mean,
I did all 4 Nuggets home games in that series. So we saw the Nuggets come back from 3-1. The game 5, we thought it was over. We thought the Nuggets were going to lose. They were down. This is what they did the whole time, but they were down big in the second half of that game and came back and won. And we're like, oh, that's one. They still got to get 2 more. And I worked game 7 of that series too. So I worked games 1, 2, 5, and 7. They wanted overtime in game 1. And then Donovan and Jamal were just battling like crazy in the last 3 games. We got to work 2 of them. And I got to work it with the PA announcer and DJs from Denver. So they were totally into it. It was a really fun experience. Little did I know we'd end up playing them 2 rounds later. It was super unique in that way that I will never do that again. I hope.
No,
right?
no. And then also, and then you were there for Anthony Davis game 2 against the Nuggets, and you, what is it? You're the man behind the glass with the iPhone. Tell people about that.
I had this weird feeling that we were going to hit a game winner. So sitting there, we have such a unique view that no one else has, right? There's no cameras in that area. There's only us sitting in this glass. So I decided that, I'll turn my camera on, try to get a shot of if something happens. He comes around the screen and he's wide open in my view, right there. Shot goes up, shot goes in, and right in front of me, I'm holding the camera. The entire team goes crazy and just mobs right in front of me. And, it was kind of funny because a lot of my friends saw that on TV, that me shooting it. So they were like, hey, you should be doing your job, not shooting the video. But it turned out to be some really, really cool footage. I gave it to our social guy down here. They used it in videos. Yeah, it all happened right in front of me. It just, things like that, you can never duplicate, right? I can never just, that moment, because there's no fans there, hopefully provided like a cool view and some cool insight into stuff that people would normally see. They didn't get to, right? But it was like, it literally happened right in front of me. So it was the one of the coolest moments, definitely the coolest moment down here. That's for sure. I'm hoping there's some other fun moments in a few days.
Absolutely. No, that you'll be ready for that. What about that? You've been there since July. I mean, are you going to have to go? It's not detox, but I mean, you've seen. What have you seen? It's been the hotel, that business park where you do the all the editing, and the arena. Is that all you've seen in 3 months?
That's it. I haven't been anywhere, but the venue is a bus ride away. So
Okay.
the arena is like a 10-minute bus ride. So I've seen that little teeny stretch of freeway and the road that goes to ESPN's Wide World of Sports, and I've seen the lake here and this little 1 by 1 mile campus that we're on. That's literally all I've seen. I for the first time actually went for a walk around the entire campus maybe 5 days ago, because I never really wanted to feel how small it was. But I walked around. I'm like, man, we really are on a very small piece of land. What's happening here is unique. You kind of forget that the world goes on outside of here. So it's going to take some adjustment for sure. But I'm excited that hopefully, I mean, at the very worst, it's a couple weeks, a week and a half that we're still here. I'm going to enjoy my time while we're still here. Made lifelong friends with people that are down here. It's incredible. No one else is going to understand the experience we went through other than the people that are here. But yeah, Brian, this has been it. This room that you see is where I've been, I would say 75% of the time, maybe even more in the last 3 months in this room.
No, it is. It's a unique experience. Did you write anything down? I mean, you could have a book.
I know I probably should have. No, I did not. I tried to. It's funny, like you get in this thing and it literally feels like Groundhog Day. So I didn't ever think about it. And then, the first month it felt like it was this long grind. And then ever since then, it felt like it went really, really fast, really, really quick because we were only working one game every couple days. So it just became on your days off, you didn't know what day it was, right? I just know I work in 2 days. So it became, I should have written stuff down. I should have probably done like testimonial videos just to see where I was 3 months ago. I probably should have like grown the beard the entire time. I don't know. It probably would have been an interesting idea. I can look at this one though and look at the last one. Maybe I'm happier this time. I don't really know.
No, I think so. I mean, yeah, you were happy last time, but this time, exactly. No, it's just, but that's it. Matt, you're always happy. See, that's also people who don't understand. You're doing everything behind the scenes, but you got a personality to be in front of the camera. How did that happen?
I don't know about that. I mean, I guess I could have some fun. I just look. I get to do what I love to do. I really do feel like that. I get to entertain people 24/7, right? My job is to make sure you have fun. If you come to a game, my job is to make sure you have fun, right? So if I'm not having fun, then that's going to come across. You're going to know that. You're going to feel a difference if we are not having fun at the game. And that's what I always preach when I was the A's, because the hard part is when you're doing 81 games and you're doing 7, 8, 9, 10 days in a row. By the 7th day, it's hard. It's really hard to have fun. You've been there 14 hours a day for probably 2-3 weeks straight, and you're just drained. But you have to, because it could be someone's first day they're ever there, right? I did do a little bit, I guess, harken back. I got a broadcast journalism degree. I did do a little bit of on-camera stuff when I was at ASU. I probably could have done a lot better if I think I was too stiff back then, right? Now maybe I'm more comfortable in front of the lens. We'll see. Maybe that's in my future, Brian. Maybe. No, I'm gonna try to stay behind the camera. I've done okay for myself behind the camera so far. If someone wants to give me a platform, maybe I'll use it, but I'm not seeking that.
No, but it is a great story. I mean, the business you're in is a tough business, and you survived, and you made the right career moves. And as we joked last time, to tell people LeBron James followed you to Los Angeles.
Yeah, I mean, it's been so crazy. If you think about where I started in Arizona with the Diamondbacks in 2006 as an intern, I actually talked to a class of ASU students maybe 2 weeks ago, and I told them, like, look, guys, I was where you were 14 years ago. I didn't even know this job that I'm doing existed. I had no idea. I thought I was going to be working in radio, working in the news, like cutting news reels. I didn't know what I was going to do. And I found the job at the D-backs, and it just grew into this. You know, we were able to do more and more stuff. Yeah, to tell that story, I was sitting in Toronto. This was Canada Day. And I got the call. I was offered the Lakers job. I was about as happy as you could be because I was coming back to the States. I had a job, a great job, a place I always wanted to be. And about 20 minutes later, my phone lights up and it says, LeBron James signs with Lakers. And I'm like, oh my God. I mean, could I be going to a more perfect situation, right? And I just like to think that they called me first, sealed the deal, told LeBron, and then he's like, fine, I'll do it. That's what I like to think. I'll live in my own little world. How about that?
No, absolutely. Well, they knew after they signed you how much money they could offer LeBron.
It was probably still about the same they would have offered him before. But that's okay.
No, but also I'm just thinking we should wrap up because you're generous with your time and you got meetings to go to. You got the finals tomorrow. Is there anything you'd like to add?
Well, the good news is tomorrow it's a Miami home game, which means I do not have to work. I just get to go enjoy the game. Same with game 4. If we can win both of those, I get to be a fan and I get to sit and relax and then hopefully go on the court, get a hat that says champions, get to celebrate a little bit. I just want a picture with the trophy, man. That's something I've always wanted. A real one, not a picture with a trophy that was from the past, one that I was a part of. I want that. If we can get that, man, I'll be over the moon. I don't even think they'll need a flight to take me back to Los Angeles.
That's great, Matt. And then we can make a pact. If this all does come to pass, you'll show that ring and I can come see that ring in Martinez. You're not going to big time me and say I only hang around Hollywood people.
Yeah, I don't know. At that point, I might be too famous. No, for sure, man. We'll have to get together. I can show you the hardware if it does happen. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I feel good. I feel good. This team looks amazing. The best part about this team is they all seem to like each other. That's what's been so much fun to work with this group this year. You can just see their passion. You can see the energy they play with. You can see how much they like each other. I mean, there's definitely superstars, but they all get along. And it's been an unbelievable ride. If we close it out, say we close it out Wednesday. So last year, today's October 3rd. Last year on October 5th, I was on a flight for China for our first preseason game. So just think about all of the time it's been since we started the season until now. That's how long it's actually been. The longest season of all time.
No, that's true. I mean, I can't top that. From China to the bubble. I mean, that's the Mathew Shelton story. So, yeah, let me stop the stream and I'll talk to you quickly afterwards. Thank you, Matt. This is
Sounds
awesome.
good, man.